but I did not know what I was talking about. I was deeply soaked into the stream. Years and years back into time. I've been thinking about the day I made my breakthrough. I was lost, walking around with clouds until this time. Then you came and you brought the color to my life. You brought the color to my life. Yes, you did. You brought the color to my life. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You brought the color to my life. Yeah. It was black then white, ups and downs. Everywhere I walked was gray. It was so gray, cold and dark. Yeah, decided to go out, get some air, needing my head clear. Took a walk up the hill and I saw the sunrise. I saw the yellows, I saw the greens, I saw the blues, the flowers and all the trees. This wild and mercy image you gave me revealed the path you saw for me, unlocked the door to your glory. I felt so free when you brought the color to my life. Yeah, you did. You brought the color to my life. Yes, you did. You brought the color to my life. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Color to my life. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. Yo. Wow. Ladies and gents, I'm back with another episode. This is Rudy Samuel. Today I'm chilling with Courtney, aka Courus _official, or just Courus official.
Just Courus official.
Thank you so much for coming onto my channel. Yeah, you can put it right here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming onto my channel. So I've known her for a week today.
Yeah.
And I met her in this place. I had a gig and I saw her singing and I'm like, you have to come onto my channel. So thank you so much. High five.
High five.
Boom.
Thank you for having
No problem. So tell us a bit about yourself, what you do, and then we're gonna take it from there.
Okay. I'm a voice. I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. Play a bit of guitar. I would like to see myself as a future entrepreneur, and also, yeah, a star in the making.
Okay, a star in the making indeed. So where do you come from and how did you end up in Johannesburg?
So I'm from a small town called Uitenhage. It's in the Eastern Cape. The question was, sorry, where do I come from?
Yeah, where do you come from and how did you end up in Johannesburg?
Yeah, so from Uitenhage, I've always loved to sing. I come from a very, can I say, cultural background because my family loves music. My grandfather used to play the trumpet. My father sang in the choir. My grandma sang in her church's choir. Mm-hmm. My auntie actually released an album. She was a singer as well. And like the grandchildren and the children, they all dance and sing, you know. And I went to convent primary school, sang in the choir there, did a few solos, and where there was dramas, where there was musicals, I was involved. And our choir master was that he had that pushing type of attitude towards the choir. He always wanted us to be the best. So there I learned harmonies and you know, and stage presence. And back in high school, I was super blessed because I feel like I was destined to be at Uitenhage High School. It was, to me, it was the best cultural invested school. It was
in those areas.
In the area of Uitenhage, because all these events was like they went all out with all the events. You know, it was well supported. All the people from Uitenhage and from surrounding areas came to support the events. And there, Mrs. George was like she was the MD and she was the
musical director.
Musical director, yeah. And she was the founder of this Lichte Musiek show that they had annually. It was one of the biggest shows, but the name changed over the years. Anyway, so there I learned how to perform, also stage presence. I used to act because it was like a full-on, like a full-on concert, man, a full-on production, lightings, stage, everything. And so I learned stage presence, how to perform, how to carry myself on stage, breathing, posture, all those things, you know. Further on, after school, went to study music education. Obviously learned the technical side of music, learned how to play a bit of guitar, and
so you didn't just have talent, you combined it with theoretical knowledge.
Yes, that's
and
true.
all of that stuff, which is important.
Yes,
shout
that's
out.
true. Thank you. So yeah, after a few years, actually like the first year after graduating, got my diploma in music. I thought, no man, I wanna either live in Cape Town or in Johannesburg, you know, because the music scene is obviously way bigger there. So did my research and made up my mind, and a few years after, I moved aside.
So now the reason why I brought you on is because we want to focus more on the difficulties, the struggles, the tough times. I can say independent artists have in Johannesburg, to say the least. Some of the challenges that you go through, you know, towards making it to stardom. How do you deal with the challenges, and what are the challenges that you may face on a daily, on a monthly basis?
Yeah. So for me, I think it's different for every other artist, you know. For me, I was so blessed because I'm very outspoken. I get to know people, but not get to know, I network with people, and I got to know so many people, and especially in this music industry, and gigs started in the second month of me moving here. I remember I moved here in June last year, and in July there was already gigs, you know, because I knew somebody here and he knew people, and I got to meet up with other people, and you know,
domino effect.
Yeah. So got to gig in the second month. So I was very blessed from then onwards. Gigging is fine, but the struggle for me is like pushing my actual brand. Yeah. And that's the thing that I came here to do. I want to push my brand. I want to get my name out, you know. So pushing my actual brand is the biggest struggle, because the gigs that I'm getting is with bands that have already been playing, that have already been established years ago. So I never get to do my original music. Like wherever I'm performing, I'm doing what the client expects of me to do. So it's mostly like dance music, cover, because the cover art scene in Johannesburg is very, very big, you know. So I'm mainly doing like covers with all the bands that I'm performing at all the residencies, and at one of the residencies I'm doing jazz, which I love very much. So that's cool. And there I have a bit more freedom as to like maybe pushing one or two originals. I haven't done that yet, but the band agrees we're going to start doing that. So it's a struggle of like getting your name out there. It's the struggle of not having enough finances to go to studio and just like pay the studio fees, pay the actual studio fees, pay the engineer, pay the mixing and mastering for each song that he's going to mix and master, and pay the band that's going to play. So it's a bit much.
So then, what do you do to get over these challenges? Because you have a dream, you have a goal. You've been here for a year and a month, if I can say. So, and how would you measure your progress? So, what do you do to overcome the challenges, and how do you measure your progress from last year until right now?
Well, from last year until right now, I have to say, last year it was just gigging with these bands, you know, the whole of last year. This year I was like, no man, I came here to actually make a name for myself, to push out my brand. So I was looking for more like solo gigs, you know, even if it means I have to like play my guitar, standalone gigs with guitar vibe, or standalone gigs with track vibe, you know, just to like sort of push out the Courus brand, and this is what Courus does, because nobody actually gets to see who Courus is and what she does.
Because you're always playing
I'm
covers
always playing
and stuff.
Not just that I'm playing covers, but that I'm playing under a different banner. I'm always playing under Brent Harris's The Jam, or Entourage or Cappuccinos or what's the other band? Or the Marabi band even, you know, but it's never me getting to this gig pitching as Courus. But this year there has been progress. Because like at Marabi I can sort of, I've got the freedom to do and say my own thing on stage, to show the people what my personality is, you know. And also I love jazz, so I get to, there's a bit more freedom in that as well, in that aspect as well. I did a Poppies gig this year. I went back home and had a concert back home.
How was that?
Of my own, goodness.
Was there major
amazing.
support? Was all your family there? How was that?
Let me tell you what happened at first, what went through my mind at first. See, I thought it was not going to be well supported because I've been away from home for so long. And and I thought, okay, so people might have forgotten about me back home. And also the concert was in PE, not in Utne. Utne is like 30 minutes away from PE to them, that's far. Anyway.
To us, that's normal.
Yeah. So I was like, gosh, it's on a Sunday. People don't go out on a Sunday. It's on the 19th. It's far away from Pay.
Oh yeah.
And it's in PE. People think it's far. So I don't know if I'm gonna get any support. You know, I'm worried. I'm sweating. But then the day we marketed the show, the day happened. I was just excited. I was like, whatever happens, happens. You know. Gosh, let me tell you, it was packed.
That's amazing. Shout out.
The Barn Theatre doesn't take more than, I don't know. I think they said the capacity was about 100, but like the capacity was an overflow. There was more people that came after they closed the door. They had to open the doors again, and
but you are talented, so why are you so surprised?
No, because of that I just.
Yeah. I hear. But you really gotta believe in yourself because it's not just the talent that gets you far, but it's the belief and it's the hard work that you possess,
Yes,
so
that's true.
you gotta keep pushing, girl.
Yeah. So that was amazing. That was also that contributed to the brand. Just to bring it back to the brand that I've been pushing, that contributed just to see where my following is and to see that I've still got people behind me that support, yeah.
And then, like I said, the challenges, the financial aspect of it all. How do you gather some funds to then go into the studio, record maybe like an EP or something like that? And then release it?
I haven't done an EP yet. I've started to record a single with Eddie, which is a friend of mine, so he doesn't expect me to pay him anything. But right now I'm saving up because I really want to do something professional, something with really good quality, even if it means I have to pay the band and everything, So I'm saving up so that I can push out a really, really good EP because it's all about getting the name out right now,
So now Courus, where does the name come from and who is she? After the family, after PE, Eastern Cape, after the music, who is she in private, in general? How is she like?
Okay. It's hard to say that about, it's hard to say when you speak about yourself. Yeah. But anyway, where does the name come from? I don't want to go back to the actual story. Should I say?
We out here, for that. People trying to get to know who you are.
When I was really young.
She's really cracked up.
This is embarrassing to say. But when I was really young, I think I was in primary, and I was a really big Chris Brown fan, like really head over heels. Chris Brown posters in my room, sort of thing. No, I was crazy. So I was like to my family, one day I'm gonna marry Chris Brown. We're both gonna be like very famous stars.
Okay.
And
I'm still listening.
And we're gonna have 2 kids. We're gonna have a girl and a boy. I was small. And the girl's name is gonna be Chris Me because it's gonna be a combination of our names.
Oh, Chris and
so Chris and Courtney.
Amazing, that's amazing.
And the boy's name is gonna be Courus. So no, after a while he started beating up Rihanna. I was like, I don't like this boy anymore and whatever. And I grew up obviously. I grew up and wasn't a fan anymore. I still like his music though, but I'm not like, Stan Chris Brown. No, I'm not that vibe anymore. So years went by. I was in my first band called Just Us, and then the band broke up, and then I was like, I want to start my own thing. But what am I going to call myself? was like, Courtney Courus, that sounds, I don't know, catchy.
Yeah.
But then I was like, nah, just call it Courus. Yeah, just because I think that works. Yeah.
And who are you? What gets you awake? What gets you running? What gets you up? You know, who are you behind the mic? Or in front of the mic? Who are you?
In front of the mic.
Or away from the mic? Who are you?
Okay, that's confusing. I am a bubbly person. I love people. I love getting to meet new people. I like making new friends. Hi, people. That's away from the mic. So I like socializing. I like having fun. I like spending time and getting to know the true person behind whoever you are, you know. And I like soul ties. I like making nice conversations about deep things. That's behind the camera. The mic, the camera. And then in front of the mic, I think I'm just very passionate. Like something else just wakes up. Yeah. When I don't know, I can't even, it's so hard to explain. But let me put it this way. Like when I'm on stage, it's always nerve-wracking at first. Like even now, before I started to play, I was nervous. But once I get into it, it's like just something else comes out of me. You know, I don't want to call it an alter ego because it's not that. It's something that's there inside of me that wakes up when I'm on stage, type of thing. And the connection for me is very special. The connection that I make with the audience.
That's very cool.
It's like when once you start feeling their energies, once you silence them and you start feeling their energies, or even if you hype them up with making them dance, either or. You know, once you feel that connection, it's like it's like
That really came out from the heart.
it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like all those energies just come together and escape to a different type of realm. I don't know. It's very special.
And who are your influences, musical, in life? Your inspirations, because I know you spoke about your family earlier on.
Yeah.
But in terms of music, who are the people besides Chris Brown
I got
that you look up to?
I don't put it that way. I got so many influences. Let me keep it short. I'm running down the list. When I was younger, Brandy, Tamia, Beyonce. Now I'm just putting out things that I used to listen to, me as a person. But like the music that was listened to in my house was like Michael Frank, George Michael, Jeff Lober, and that's jazz, you know. And then the jazz that I started to listen to, Ella Fitzgerald, she's like my number one queen. And so it's like that's the influences. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's all. There's a long list, but that's like in a nutshell.
And what sort of image do you want to portray to the public, and what sort of advice would you give to someone in the industry that is probably going through the same thing as what you're going through, or worse?
Okay, so what sort of image do I want to portray? You know, just being real, man. Yeah, and trying different styles in terms of image, you know, but just being myself and staying true to myself at all times. And then what do I want to say to people coming up? There's something that I wrote down last night, but I don't want to say that anymore. Let me say this. Dream big and push hard, but it doesn't stop there. You actually have to put in the hard work. And there's always going to be battles there's always going to be battles around you, but all you have to remember is that there's this fire inside of you that keeps burning, and you shouldn't have it tamed. It's up to you to keep it alight.
I usually close my episodes with words like that. I don't know how I'm going to close my episode now because you've just done it, but I really want to wish you all the best. I think it was your aura and your energy that really got me to making sure that this happens as soon as possible. I love putting people on. I love seeing people that are working hard, that are trying to get somewhere, and even more so, you're talented and you're kind and you're humble. So I can only wish you the best, and I only wish you success. And like she said, just work hard, believe, there is a fire in you.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Shout out to Leonie at the back of the camera. Thanks to Tuka Bijou for letting us use her lovely place. She's out here in Parkhurst, number 15, 4th Avenue in Parkhurst. Come through, do some shopping, nice African print stuff.
Yep.
And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode. I'm Really Samuel, and I'm signing out.
This is literally the first time that I'm going to be singing this song. This is a song I wrote, I don't know, back in 2012 or something.
As strong as it may be, we fight every day. We can't seem to stay together in the same place. Although we wanna laugh, we choose the wrong path, and we end up getting mad. But I'll keep on falling. I keep on falling back into your arms. I keep on falling. I keep on falling back into your arms. I keep on falling. I keep on falling back into your arms. I keep on falling. I keep on falling back into your arms. You hurt me, deceive me, say things to me that gets my heart in pieces. You hurt me, deceive me, say things to me that gets me broken. I keep on falling. I keep